somewhat disingenuous, but you can work with that because you understand the disingenuous nature of the conversation is based off of him absolutely believing what he believes, right? He's not doing it to be malicious. He's doing it because he truly believes in what he's saying. And you can work with
it. But then why is it disingenuous? Why is it disingenuous if he truly believes it?
It's disingenuous because he knows better as far as, I think that Theron speaks to, just off of this conversation alone, he's speaking and reaching the lowest hanging fruit. And I know he understands what I'm talking about because he has worked in these political circles. When we're having these conversations, we're not speaking to the actual real issues. He's speaking to the talking points that a lot of Democrats use in order to justify or get people riled up to vote however they're going to vote or to stay in the same space as far as what I would describe as a Democratic plantation. I would be able to work with him because I know that he's smart, he's educated, and he knows what he's talking about. And so behind closed doors, he would be solutions-based. And so that's where you would be able to find that bipartisan agreement, or you would be able to reach that middle road because people that are educated understand, even though if they're on the front lines and facing the audience, I believe that the way that they speak to the audience is much different than how they work with people that they know is educated and know what the solutions are, or trying to find an equitable solution. So I think that I would be able to work with him, and I also believe that debate and conversation is good. Even if you have different talking points, even if you have different beliefs, you looking to it, a conversation is you looking to understand the person that you're having a conversation with. But I do think that just based off of the talking points that he has today, he's using similar talking points that Democrats use, especially in the Black community, to have people engage in a vote instead of educating them on why they need to do things differently.
So, Stephen, let me ask you a question. Here we go. So, yes, I would be able to work with his brother, Anton, but I think that I would describe him as disillusioned. And I think that he actually is using his conservatism to actually convey a level of elitism when he just said himself that his father and everybody kind of poured into him. The party that he aligns himself with is not the party who actually is helping the people that look like he and I. And so the difference between, these are not talking points, Anton. The reason we're both on Stephen A. Smith Straight Shooter Show is because we've been putting in the work. I mean, when you look at the work that I'm doing every single day, right, it's podcasts, but it's also in the streets, making sure that I support my HBCU. It's making sure that when TSA workers are laid off at Atlanta airport and they have no way to get to and from work, I was the guy that was out there passing out the gas box, right? Serving on boards to try to basically help people with reentry with an organization called CEO. These are the things that I do every single day. I think the difference between you and our brother, which we will be able to work together, is that you come on a lot of these shows and you take a very controversial topic and you go viral, but you push the button, right? You push the button. But what I would challenge you to do is that when we would get in that room and we would hash it out, I'm sure there's a lot of similarities, but I fundamentally believe that the conservatism that you bought into and the criticism that you bestow on our people is not productive. It's not what's going to help us get to the next level. And so I do believe that you're putting in the work. Clearly, you've made it this far. But Stephen A., what we like to do more, as particularly as Black men, is have sensible conversations like this, represent our point of view in a very calm but direct manner, but also make sure that we don't abandon the core principles of who we are. Listen to what I said to you. You're talking to a guy who clearly didn't grow up with a father, right? A mom who only had a high school education, have an adopted sister, went to an HBCU. No one gave me anything, but I was able to utilize my political skills to get in the rooms, and that's why I chose the South in 2008 and 2012 on the Obama campaign. That's why I support our mayors as well. And I can talk about the city of Detroit because when a Black woman, Mayor Sheffield, comes to my city, Atlanta, and say, hey, I'm running to do something that's going to be better for all of Detroit, not just Black people, I support that woman. And so,
but you just said that nobody gave you anything.
No, I'm saying to you, I had good mentors along the way, right?
You guys, are you Democrat or Republican? What's your views? What do you think? Hit the subscribe button if you're Democrat or Republican. And we'll talk to you soon.